here goes the Caracon again. Oh god. To learn how to play better. Alright, so c6. 5, then bishop f4. Okay, I'm going to take here. Take here. Knight f3, then bishop pin. I need to get my bishop out before I play e6, so bishop f5 sounds good. My other bishop out, just complete my development. Get to f4 first, maybe? You can play knight to h4 if he wants to, I guess. Fine with me, because then he can maybe take with h-pawn. I go bishop d. e5 push I can always take. Oh, I almost played knight d7 just without thought. So how do I want to approach this? I want to play h4, h5, or castle queenside looks good. King d7 looks good. Yeah, I need to play a waiting move, but not showing my hand. He always has this. I can maybe play anything other than going to back to G. I guess he goes here. I guess I can put indirect pressure on d4. Or maybe I should just play get my queen off this here and then I can play knight d7. I think this is develop in general. Go for the end game, I guess. If he is going castle kingside, then maybe I'll pursue ideas of storming his kingside, but at the moment, just, book sack or something. Alright, I'll just castle. Wanted to get some bishop in here. His yeah, bishop e4. Because then I'm protecting this. Play f5 and then knight f6 and then go to e. This is like the ideal carry composition. I can now have my bishop traded off for their bishop. Have my pawns on light squares and everything. this post will not really be my, it won't be a bishop post, but it'll be a knight outpost for, yeah, it'll be my knight outpost. So I don't want him to have a pawn takes, but I mean, pawn takes I can double pawn. I can also try to double up on a G file and then exploit this pin where he still hasn't moved his king b1. Alright, so I can double up his pawns. Good for me, because now this is a threat. This is a constant threat. No, I mean he can play. No, he can't because he still has this threat. You know, I still have this rook here. So do I want this rook into the g5? Right. Now g4, g5 sounds very obvious. So like h5 is the next move. Getting rid of this bishop, and then just winning these dark square pawns. Knight to d5 was more direct, but everything's like, or it's basically, uh, maybe I can just go here first, or yeah, I could just play h4 right now, right? 5 and now. So I mean, I'm just trying to undermine this f4 pawn right here. It's a bit risky for his. I mean, this d4 pawn is going to be a little bit loose. Knight to d4. Ideally, I want to go to d4, and maybe. No, I took that a little bit prematurely, but now I don't have this outpost. But if I can maybe get this push in and then take this pawn, then trade off the bishops, and then basically the pawn structure is that these pawns be on light squares, which is good because it restricts the movement by his bishop, and my knight will be awesome because it will be on dark squares, and it can control all the light squares additionally, or it can hop down to a light square and control dark squares, vice versa. Um, so I mean strategically, I think this is winning for me, but I mean like rook g6 is natural for me to do, and then like rook rook d. Okay, yeah, so he's going to do that. What's the rush? Okay, so he's threatening to do that. So do I sacrifice his pawn right now, or I lose this thing here, right? But I see if he goes here, I can play bishop e7. So knight g6. He can't sack here. I mean g6 is just awkward for him. I mean if he plays c5, then I can play knight d5 and then reroute my knight and tack on d4 as a backwards pawn. So I think I'm just going to move my rook up one, protecting the knight, and then if he plays c5, bishop d7. Knight c5 and attacking here again, then rook. So just doing basic movements. I don't know what is this plan? He has no plan. I think I've restricted most of this. This is easy. I know I'm overemphasizing this maybe, but okay. So this bishop d7. What tactics does he have? Oh, he can take that. No, he can't because I got my. So I mean knight d5, get outpost. And then h4, so like knight d5 and h4. Yeah, I am flipping the side because I want to see here on, oh actually I'm touching his d4 pawn right now, because this is all on a d4 pawn right now. Light square bishop that can like check me effectively. Can't push here, I don't. I can take with a knight? Yeah, I can just take with a knight, and then. Alright, so he's trying to do this. Okay, so take here, take here. Yeah, so he's trying to sack that. You know what? I don't think I'm going. Protecting d7. And then queen to a5. Or bishop f6, I think? Yeah, bishop f6 is another thing I could do. Bishop f6, and then I can play h4 at my leisure. So now I'm threatening h4, but if he plays something like queen there, okay, fine, yeah. That, I don't want to fix his pawn structure. Can he sack here? Nasty check, but then I got this protected. If I go king, queen, 6. It's good. 5, queen b4, attacking d4. Good too. Gotta be worried about the sack here. Bishop being hanged, so I need to play this and then h4. One's going to be falling soon, so queen 5. Let's see what his plan is. I don't know, like here, sack, check, but then take on d7. Go queen here, pawn push. I didn't think this through completely, but my hopes is basically here and then check, maybe fork. What other plans does he have here? Try trade off, but I'm going to play queen d. Bishop f6, h4 is coming. And if he can't meet that, then I'll pull the knight back. If he plays like bishop c4, I can pull the knight back to c4, or excuse me, c7. Bishop f6 is coming. So strategically, I think he's lost. I could be wrong. Like close position, double bishops. I don't see any forceful. These are double pawns. This is locked up pretty much. 1, 2, violence. 1. Yes, this is 3, but I consider this as 4. But I guess he can try a a3, b4 maybe. I don't know. Like that, which I thought he was going to do. I want my knight to be able to do this. Sack here? Sack here? No. Bishop f6, good move here. Bishop f6. I know I could have taken, but then like this queen check is also a problem. So I don't want that either. And then I can't take it with the e pawn. I have to take it on d pawn. Bishop is 6. Four's coming. I mean, once I get rid of this bishop. I can also play that endgame where I have the bishops, or dark square bishops versus, trade off the knight for this, the light square bishop for this knight. Then essentially what happens is I should have the open G file, and I mean, bishop f6, I guess. Here we go. Time pressure on his side, so hard to play moves for him. I mean, what possible moves do you see? I can reroute everything and attack d4 now. Like h4, h5 was just another. Alright, so now I can just f6. What's the repercussion? Is he? Oh, I could just take here. Winning, right? I just want a piece. No, the queen's under attack. The queen's protecting the rook. Slow down. Slow down, Acerook. Man, that looked too good to be true. Alright, so maybe bishop f6. Attacking d4. Let's just see how much stress we can put onto this position here. Check, okay. Attacking this right now. Sack here. And now I can play... I can do rook takes, right? A good outpost for my knight, and also I can free up my square for my queen. I don't have to play this h4 because that creates a target on h4 and maybe some weaknesses. Um, um, I think this should be anything. I don't have to come to blitz, and hopefully I can win this endgame. I mean, this bishop is terrible, so I mean he's still sitting, so I can just move off of the protection of that. I don't know. Okay, so I'm going to do rook takes, obviously. Every target is going to be on this. Oh gosh. Why you need to play rook king b8. d4. 3 people attacking d4. Takes here, threatening me. Get off pieces. a6. Get off the queens. Get off every piece, and then just attack d4 several times. So what do we do here? We got one check, but I can always go king d7. So maybe bishop takes d4 by now. Now I can do like queen bishop. And d4 falls heavy. Like right now, everything just falls. So threatening mate. So he has a no easy answer. And then like what, queen b3? Are you really going to play like queen b3 and then double up your pawns again? Oh gosh, my alarm. Okay. Wow, he really did play that. Alright. Well then, I just... Or do I just take this pawn here? I'm just going to double up his pawns. I don't have to take this... I don't want to give him a rook a8 check. So I can actually play king here and then take this pawn, or no? Yeah, because this pawn is double attacked right now. So let's prevent king rook a8 check, and then like maybe I have to like babysit f7 or something. So let's go here first. Then just win the endgame here. So just a little, I don't know, a little, not technique, but And get the bishop in a trap. So let me activate my bishop here by taking on c5, going to rook d2. I want to control this diagonal. So the bishop is kind of stuck. So I want to play rook d2. I mean, it's just forcing him to play something inferior. So rook d2, bishop e7, and h4. Up a pawn right now. Up a long time. Position's pretty much dead. I think I have to play h4 right now. h4 right now. Rook here check. Yeah. h4 right now. h4 right now. Threatens the bishop. He can't go here because that drops the bishop. He takes and then I go rook g2 check. I can take here. I can take here. I can do whatever I want. Pretty much. I mean, this bishop check. I mean, bishop f6 here check. h4 without thought. h4 without thought. And I mean with thought, with some thought, but it's the same that this rooks are much more active. Maybe I have like some mate, nice cute mate. Like if he plays here, that'd be sick if I can play. Or maybe I can just play, yeah, rook d2. I don't want him to give me a check. So rook d2, c5. Take the pawn. Oh, the finesse. How do you finish this? Yes. Rook g2. Here, mate, and then I got this, and then mate. I didn't take the pawn on h4. Hopefully this doesn't become a passer in the future. Yeah, I can fork. Now I'm threatening b5, right? 5, and then 5, attacking the rook. He got one check. He's got one check. No, he's got two checks, but king b7. I mean, game over. Because now, okay, king b7. Over check, right? Over check, because I don't want, I mean, mate, right? You can't play b4 because that's still mate. Still mate. Everything covered. This is mainnet. This is dead. Checkmate! Checkmate.